Peace and blessings to all of God's children. It's another beautiful day here in Nashville. I come today, and I'm going to get right to it. I want to talk to you about bones. Yeah, bones. Your skeletal system. A system that's set up that your physical body would just fall into a big blob without it. But that's the scientific perception of it. You Bible readers, you will notice in the Old Testament, starting in the book of Genesis, you hear it over and over and over. Put their bones here. Move Joseph's bones back, from Egypt, his past, there's a lot of stories around there. There was another story where these guys was out, 2 Kings 13:21. And it came to pass they were burying a man that behold, they spied a band of men, and they cast the man into the sepulchre of Elisha, his grave. And when the man was let down and touched the bones of Elisha, he revived and stood up on his feet. Okay, I know it's such a broad stretch, but doesn't that raise questions about what is the significance of bones? Now, it's not just in the Bible. There's a lot of traditions among different cultures and what have you about the bones of their ancestors. Well, I'm going to cut right to the chase. I ain't cut, no long drawn out things. The bones are more than just what props up our physical bodies. The bones are like a tuning fork. Our bones create a resonance, an energy. If you look up harmonic resonance as it pertains to human beings, and harmonic resonance explains why all of our different systems inside of our human body has a certain harmony. See, back in the day, we would say, when we was calling each other soul brothers, soul sisters, your parents was my aunties, and they had rights from our families to govern us and everything else. But having soul was used to describe many things, but one of the main things was rhythm, as in dancing, as in, listening to music, in the church on Sunday, the movement of the Holy Spirit. That's a result, and science explains that as harmonic resonance. They are words, sacred words, holy words that can be uttered. That's what the holy men up in the Himalayas, the Tibetan monks, now they go Om. Om is I am. I am. And they do it in certain harmonic ways. It affects. And some sciences, it teaches a 1 mile radius. And it's been scientifically proven that a lot of places where a lot of chanting, calling on the name of God, that the vegetation and everything there is remarkably different from other parts outside of, in that particular part of the country. But I digress. Resonance has some laws to it. And I'm going to use this example here. It's been said that only love can overcome hate. See, here's resonance is a force that recognize similar vibratory forces there together. And it joins in. It might try to struggle, but there's no on and off switch to this. When you come into a certain heightened state, through dancing, through music, whatever it is. When we all tap into that one rhythm, we talking about power, man. That's why in the 19th century, they removed all of the bells. They used to have bells all over the place. They said, well, we need the mellow for the war, and I won't know what it was. What was happening, those bells was giving off a certain sound, a certain vibratory resonance. John, church, it wasn't just church bells, it was all types of them. But they were giving us a sort of timing, stop, go method. A lot of your esoteric sciences and the yogas and the meditation and what have you, they said when you heighten your awareness and your consciousness, you become, the Hindus said, ecstatic beings. Other teachings say vibrating chambers. But this explains why when we come in one accord, our presence, what he said, where two of you are gathered together, I'm in the midst of thee. That's what Christ said. He said, when two or more gather in my name, I'm in the midst of thee. That's the resonance. Peace and blessing. I pray this struck something up that in somehow, and then go on and, I searched it. You got to research it. Peace and blessings to all. I wish you all the grace of heaven.